Hey everyone, so in this video I'm using the CJP Liz Guild brush. You can get this from CJP Nail Systems website, and I will leave a link to that in the description box. So my client has come in, Alison. She's amazing. I love her nails. She's just wicked. I've prepped all of her nails as usual, so I've put back her cuticles, took all the dead skin off the nail plate, etched the nail plates, dehydrated, primed, applied my forms. I've gone ahead and applied a thin clear layer to this nail because we're going to use glitters, and we all know glitters are not our strength. It is just purely design. So I'm applying the multi-cut rose from the Glitter Fairy and the multi-cut metallic purple from the Glitter Fairy, and then also whacking in there some of these beautiful new flakes that Lucy sent. I'm not sure the name. I will leave all the links in the description box, but they're like angel flakes, but they have holographic in them. So I'm literally just placing them randomly on the nail, and then I'm going to add 2 little purple butterflies from the January VIP mix from the Glitter Fairy, and I'm just going to place a couple of these on the nail, and then I will cap this nail in CJP crystal glass. I should have really waited for the acrylic to set with the butterflies a little bit more, because I ended up dragging one near enough off the nail. So there's a little tip, yeah. But because I wanted to pinch these nails, I did want to get it all capped and on in one go, rather than having the base layer set before we've had a chance to pinch. And that's the reason that I did try and cap that. But I just, the butterfly was still there and it still looked great, so I wasn't really worrying too much about that. Trying to keep my shape as clean as I possibly can. These nails are inspired by a girl called Lauren. Her Instagram is Popsy's Nail X. Popsy's Nails X. I saw these yesterday and they were like in a dark grey, and I just thought, oh my god, I have to recreate them. They are so beautiful. Obviously I've changed them up and put my own twist on them because I really don't like copying any other text work. And this is what we came up with. So I'm moving on to the ring finger now, and I'm just applying my clear base to the nail because we're going to do some cut work on this nail, and I always like to use a clear base. I just find you get a better adhesion to the nail, and also gives you a platform to work on, and you know that no matter what, your nail is going to be nice and strong as it's got that structure underneath. Moving back and pinching the pinky, and then I'm going to just apply a clear tip on this nail because I'm going to go in with a cover pink at the nail bed area, which is a strength powder, which we don't need to cap. So the reason I'm not applying clear to the nail bed is because I don't want to make these nails, I don't want to put any unnecessary product in that area because it's an area that you want nice and flush anyway. So what I'm doing now is picking up the tiniest bit of clear acrylic, and then I'm placing it into the raw glitter, and then I'm going to do like a glitter ombre in a line down the centre of this nail. When you're doing this, try and make sure that it is centre. If you need to, turn your client's hand around so you can see it from their view, or just to make sure it is nice and central. And the trick here with this as well, I would say, is to really keep this as flat as you can, the glitter, so it is literally just design. There's nothing, it's flat as a pancake so that when you can cap it, and then obviously when you're filing your cut design, you're not going to hit that glitter when you're filing. And that's the best bit of advice I can give when doing this kind of design, especially cutouts with glitter, is make your glitter super flat and the capsulation of that nice and high. So I'm just leaving that glitter to set in place a little bit before going cap, and moving on to the middle finger where I am going in with CJP and more, and I'm just going to do like a French, but obviously it's like a slanted French rather than a traditional French. Making sure I'm building my apex with this as well, because again, as I said before, we're not going to cap this. So you want to make sure you're getting the right height and the right structure down the entire nail, especially with cutout designs, because there's nothing worse than doing all your work, taking off the forms, doing all your filing, and then realising your structure's not there, and you're then going to have to apply more product, and that's just, it's just ball ache. So just really make sure you're checking your nails as you're applying the acrylic. So I'm just going to go and cap this one line of glitter now in crystal glass. After I did that, I went ahead and applied a thin clear layer on the index finger. I didn't record that because you've seen me do it a few times, and this video is probably one of the longest I've ever done, so apologies for that. On the ring finger, I'm just going ahead and filing that French slant so it's nice and crisp. We've got a nice high wall there. And then I'm going to go in with CJP Lilac, and I'm going to place this in another line slant, following the direction we've already gone, getting right down into that little gap that we've left to put our colour up to, and using the real tip of that brush to keep any product away from the skin. When I'm happy with the kind of rough guide of acrylic or line of acrylic that we've got there, I will just go and apply some more, because as I said, I'm not going to be capping this nail because all the powders I'm using are strength powders, so I want to make sure that the structure is there. And I always find it's better to go over that line of your wall, because when you file it, I think you get a nice sharp look. So moving back, putting my file flat against that line, and I'm just filing that nice and crisp. I'm then going to fill in the sides of the nails in CJP Milky Pink. So we've done that. Now we're going on to the index finger, where I'm just going to be doing a marble, and you've seen me do this marble a million times, but obviously I just wanted to leave as much in for you as possible so you could see how I did everything. I'm just going in with Milky Pink, Lilac, and then going in with them metallic glitters as well. And then at the end I will go ahead and pop some of the flakes we've used as well, just so that throughout the set of nails it's all tying in together. I also didn't record me doing the thumb, but on the thumb I just did a nail bed, a more fade up, and then some glitter fading downwards. But you will see the design on that thumb when we go to apply our top coat. So moving back to the middle finger, I'm just going to file that lilac nice and sharp, and then I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of that gap with milky pink. And then we're going to go ahead and cap our index finger. So placing that big bead at the cuticle area, using the tip of that brush to pull any product away from the skin, and then just gently dragging, patting and pulling that product down the whole entire nail, making sure it's all nice and covered. See there, as I tilt that nail to the side, you could see that that glitter there was still shiny, which means I haven't capped it. So I'm just going to go in with some more clear acrylic there and just make sure I've really fully encapsulated that glitter. And then we're going to show you some filing as well, because I know people say that when you do cut out designs they like to see the filing, so I've left that in on the 2 cut out designs with the e-file. So I'm just literally filing to reveal that design, taking off that bulk. I think that's one thing I really do need to work on, is when I am doing these designs I tend to over bulk, and then I ended up having to file more than what I should have, especially with the shape. But you know, it was no biggie. We just filed it nice and clean and it came out really amazing. I was really proud of these nails. After I've finished with the e-file on all of the nails, I'm coming back with my hand file, and it is the same as always. So do the sidewalls and the free edge, and then take off any bulk around the sidewalls that we need to remove, and just really clean up that shape, making sure I'm getting around the cuticle area and making sure that's nice and flush, and also making sure my apex and everything is all correct and there's no lumps, bumps and all that stuff. And then when I do see the nail is looking good from my angle, I will pop my client's hand the other way so it's facing me, so I've got her view, and then I will refine if need be. So I'll complete that set on all the nails, and then I will also buff the nails too. And now I've cleaned away all the dust, and we're going to go ahead and top coat these bad boys. I really enjoyed creating this set, and I was really proud of how they turned out. My client absolutely loved them, and that's the main thing. Yeah, so I'm using the Gel Bottle Extreme Shine top coat on this set of nails today. I will cure that in the lamp for 30 seconds, and then when she comes out the lamp we're going to go ahead and apply some cuticle oil. Although we will leave that top coat just to cool down for a couple of seconds before we go in with cuticle oil, because if you don't you can dull that shine. I really love them so much. So yeah, after that we're going to go in with cuticle oil, replenish all them nutrients out, and I have left a little clip as always at the end for you to see the final result. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Sorry it was a bit longer than normal. I love you all so much, and I'll see you all again in my next one. Bye!